If you currently own a condo in the Lower Mainland and you've been thinking about making the move to upsize into a townhome or potentially even a detached home, right now could potentially be the best chance you've got. And why is that, you might ask? Well, I'm going to show you exactly why right after this. What's going on, guys? Alex Dunbar here from the Dunbar Real Estate Group and RE/MAX Treeline Realty based out of the Surrey Langley areas. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why right now is your best opportunity to upsize from a condo into either a townhome or a detached house. If this is your first time on my channel, I make weekly real estate videos based on the BC real estate market as well as showcase communities across the Lower Mainland. So if that's something you're interested in seeing more of, I suggest you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I put out a new video. And before I get into it today, I'll ask that you do one thing for me, and that's to hit that thumbs up button so the algorithm will push this video out to more individuals just like yourself who want to upsize from a condo to a townhome, or potentially even a detached. But getting right into it, what you need to know is that condos have continued to increase in price, whereas the other property types have just started to pull back. Now, this is true almost across the board in the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board as well as the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. Of course, there are some discrepancies in certain locations and certain cities, but overall, this is the trend that we're seeing. Overall, condos have continued to increase in price over the past couple of months, while townhomes and detached homes have started to slide backwards. And over the past 2 months, we've seen about a 10 to 15% correction from peak pricing. This has led to an increased level of inventory of both detached and townhomes on the market, which in turn has given buyers more options and power when going to purchase. Conversely, condos have still continued to be hot for the most part in this shifting market, especially those that are well maintained and show well. If priced well, we're still seeing multiple offers and over asking sale prices. And that means that if condo prices are still going up while the other two are starting to come down, this creates the perfect environment in order to make that jump. So what I'm gonna do now is share my screen with you to show you a little bit of this data that I'm talking about. So taking a quick look at my screen here, we're currently looking at the average price for apartments in the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. And as you can see, we're right around peak pricing, just slightly below February at this point in time. However, when we go over to townhome pricing, we can actually see that the price has fallen from the peak at $784,000 down to just under $740,000. And when we move over to townhome pricing, we can see that prices are down from the peak in February of $988,000 to right around $930,000. Additionally, taking a look at detached prices, they're also down even more significantly from the peak in February at around 1.9 million, and they're now down to just under 1.73 million. Taking a look at the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, this follows almost an identical trend with condos just slightly beneath the peak pricing in February, however, pretty much on par with it. And then moving over to townhomes, we can see once again that it's down from peak pricing in February from 1.2 million to just under 1.15 million, over 55,000 beneath. In regards to the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver detached homes, we haven't seen quite the same pullback as in the Fraser Valley. It's actually at peak pricing right now, but that's a whole nother topic that I'll get into in a minute. Now, when looking specifically at the city of Surrey, we can see that this trend is even more apparent with prices at peak prices right now. And then when taking a look at the average price of townhomes, again, following the same trend, down from just over $1 million to around 960,000. And moving on to detached, again, a more pronounced trend from an average at the peak pricing of February at 2.08 million down to just under 1.9 million, a difference of 180,000. So just touching on the detached home prices for the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, what I want you to keep in mind is that homes in the suburbs have actually seen the greatest decrease. That's because places like Chilliwack, Abbotsford, Mission, Maple Ridge, and Pitt Meadows saw increases of 40 to 50% in a single year. Again, referring to detached homes specifically. And historically, when prices do start to correct, they typically start out in the suburbs and work their way back to the downtown core. And for that reason, I think think that's why it's most apparent that homes in Vancouver and close to are still at peak prices. And I personally don't think that if they do pull back at all that they're gonna do anything near as much as some of those suburbs. But yet again, I just wanted to illustrate what a great opportunity you have right now if you are living in a condo and you are looking to upsize. Because the gap between prices to the next property types up have shrunk, and you're still able to get top dollar for your condo while the other two property types are coming down in price, again, it's just creating a great opportunity. However, do keep in mind that you will still have to qualify for that larger mortgage unless you have cash to cover that difference. And that's really not the case for most people. But my suggestion right now is that if this is something that you have been thinking about, you should get in contact with your mortgage broker right now and discuss if it's actually a possibility. Because in all honesty, I'm not sure how long this window of opportunity is gonna last. Typically, the attached market, being condos and townhomes, trails behind the detached market, but more often than not, follows a similar pattern. And as I showed you, we've already started to see a correction in the detached and townhome market. The condo market could potentially be next. Now, there is no guarantees that that's gonna happen. However, that's the typical order of events. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball, and all I can really tell you is that you've got the opportunity right now, and if you wait around too long, it might be gone. But that's about gonna do it for my video today. But if you did get any sort of value from this, all I'll ask is that you smash that like button. And if you have been considering upsizing from your condo here in the Lower Mainland, I wanna hear a little bit more about your options and what's available to you. You can scroll down, hit the first link in the description, and book a call with me at your earliest convenience so we can discuss your options. And lastly, if you wanna see more real estate content just like this, I suggest you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I come out with a new video. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.